Good morning, children. I am Ms. Divya Rohit for the session today. So, we are continuing our GK lesson number 40 exquisite expressions. So, what is meant by exquisite? Exquisite means it is then extremely beautiful and delicate. Exquisite means extremely beautiful and delicate. So, exquisite expressions means extremely beautiful and delicate expressions. And this is regarding some poetry, and poetry is a form of literature that uses rhythmic qualities of languages, and it conveys the feelings and thought of a poet in an exquisite form. So, eh, this is regarding poetry, and what is meant by poetry? It is a form of literature that use rhythmic qualities of languages, and the poetry conveys the feelings and thoughts of the poet in a very beautiful and delicate manner. So here some of the kinds of the poems are given here. Let us see. First one is epic. So epic means a long poem narrating the deeds of heroic or legendary figures or the past history of a nation. So what is epic? It is a type of a poem which narrates the story of a hero or legendary figures from the history of the nation. And usually an epic poem is a lengthy narrative work of poetry. It will be lengthy and it will be narrative. And these long poems typically detail extraordinary feats and adventures of characters from a distant past. And this gives the details of extraordinary characters and adventures of the person concerned from a distant past. And the word epic comes from the ancient Greek term epos, which means story, wood, or poem. Next one is epithalamium. That means it is a song or poem celebrating a marriage, usually to honor a marriage. And it means, what is the meaning of epithalamium is that at the bridal chamber in Greek. And its meaning in Greek is at the bridal chamber. And this is a poem written specifically for the bride on the way to her marital chamber. And epithalamium is represented as a honor of marriage. Next one is sonnet. Sonnet is a poem of 14 lines that adheres to a rhyme scheme. And it is a 14 lines, mostly it is of 14 lines, and it adheres to a rhyme scheme. It represents a rhyme scheme. And the term sonnet is derived from the Italian word sonetto, and often the writers of sonnets are called as sonneteers. Next one is pastoral. It's a conventional poem expressing rural life through the urban poet's nostalgic eyes. It is written by an urban poet, and he expresses about the rural life, and he thinks as it is he writes it as his nostalgic moments. And a pastoral poetry is a very ancient genre of poetry, and it usually deals with the loves of shepherds and shepherdess and other country folk. Next one, fifth one is hymn. It is a religious poem in praise of God, expressing religious feelings and thoughts. And it is a type of song, usually religious, specifically written for the purpose of adoration or prayer, and typically addressed to a deity or deities, or to a prominent figure or personification. So this is a religious poem. It is usually sung as for religious purposes as a praise of God. And the word hymn derives from Greek, which means a song of praise. The meaning of word hymn is song of praise. Next one is ode, and it is a lyrical poem originally meant to be sung, typically in the form of any address written in varied or irregular meter to a person in dignified style. Actually, an ode is a short lyric poem that praises an individual, an idea, or an event. So, ode usually meant to be sung to praise someone or someone's idea or about an event. It is related to an individual idea or an event. And the seventh one is ballad, and it is a poem or song narrating a popular story in short stanzas, transmitted from generation to generation. It is a poem, or it can be a song, and it is popularly it will be a story in short stanza, and it is transmitted from generation to generation. And it tells a story usually in four line stanzas, but not always it may be four line stanzas. Usually it will be in four line stanzas, and these stanzas are called quatrains. And the last one in this lesson given is elegy, and it means a formal lament written in verse after the death of a person and listing positive traits. Usually it is written about a person after his death. It is a sad poem, usually written to praise and express sorrow for someone who is dead. And it is the purpose of this type of poem is that it will be usually sad, and it expresses the sorrow for someone who is dead, and it praise the person about the person who is dead, and it is written after the death of person. Okay, so we have completed this lesson. Let us wind up the session for today. Thank you.